All right, starting lesson 1.4, parallel, perpendicular, and skew lines. Two lines are parallel if they are coplanar and do not intersect. Okay, coplanar means they lie on the same plane. Now these two lines here, they lie on the page together, so they're coplanar. And the symbol for parallel is two vertical lines. Okay, now very important. Arrowheads are used to indicate two lines are parallel. So if you see arrowheads like this on two lines, right away that tells you that they're parallel. So we have line AB is parallel to vertical bars, or two lines, to CD. Two lines or planes are perpendicular if they intersect to form a right angle. The symbol for right angle is an upside down T. Okay. Now, important, the symbol, if you see something like this, on a diagram indicates a right angle. So that's what we have right here. Okay, we have a right angle, 90-degree angle. All right, so line AB is perpendicular to line CD. Two lines are blank if they do not intersect and are not coplanar. That would be skew. All right, and there's no symbol for skew. So here we have this plane, which stretches to infinity in every direction. And we have this line that lies on the plane. But then there's this other line coming from the outside. It hits the plane at one point and continues to pass through it underneath it and goes on and on forever. Okay, so two lines are skew if they do not intersect. So this line is on the plane, and then this line here, the green line, it passes through a point on the plane, but it's not passing through a point on the line. Okay. Now, if you can't really figure this out based on the diagram here, just call me over to your table and I'll show you how to demonstrate this concept with a pencil and piece of paper. All right, on to the next example. Two planes are parallel if they do not intersect. All right, so here we have one plane hovering over another. This other plane's beneath it. You can draw a dashed line if you want to show that it's underneath. Okay. All right, so plane M and plane P are parallel. All right, determine if the statement is true or false. All right, so line N and line M are perpendicular. Do line N and line M form a right angle? No, they do not. That's false. Line K and line N are perpendicular. Line K and line N are perpendicular. That's true. Line N and line M are parallel. That's true. Line K and line N are skew. That's false. They intersect. Line K and line M are skew. That's true, because they don't intersect and they lie on different planes. Plane T and plane U are perpendicular. No, those two planes are parallel, so that's false. Plane T and plane U are parallel. That's true. Okay. Example 2. Complete the statement for the right prism. Answer parallel, perpendicular, or skew. One note here. A right prism is a three-dimensional figure where all the sides intersect to form right angles. Okay. Let's see how this works out now. AE, line AE, here we have AE, and BF are, they're going to be parallel. GH and DH. GH and DH. Those are perpendicular. we have CG and EF, CG, CG, and EF. Now those would be skew because they don't lie on the same plane. They don't intersect. Plane AEG, all right, plane AEG, AEG, that would be this plane. Plane AEG and plane GHF. GHF. That would be this plane. Those would be perpendicular. Then you have plane ABE. ABE. That's the plane in the front here. Actually, let me get rid of all this all this color here so you can see exactly what's going on. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay. So we have plane ABE. And then we have plane CDH. One in the back here. All right, so those planes are parallel. Okay, on to the next example. For some of the questions, there may be more than one right answer. Okay, give another name for EF. Okay, EF, we could also call it FE. Line FE. You could give it other names as well. You could call it EJ or JE. There's a lot of different right answers here. You could also call it JF or FJ. All right. So we have 6 different ways of referring to the same line. Give another name for segment HG. Segment HG. All right, that would just be segment GH. All right. And the segment is of a particular length, so we can only use 2 letters here. Okay, that's it. Now name all other rays with endpoint J. Endpoint J. Okay, so we could have JE. Then we could have JG. Then we could have JF. Then we could have JH. Okay. Now name 2 sets of 3 collinear points. 2 sets of 3 collinear points. All right, collinear means they're on the same line, so we could have E, J, and F. And then we could also have H, J, and G. All right, those are collinear. All right, going on to part E, name 3 points that are non-collinear. 3 points that are non-collinear. Okay, I'm going to use a different color here. You could say E, H, and J. That's one example. There's a couple examples here. Let me just give you another one. We could do G, J, and F. Okay, and there's a couple more examples. We could go through a bunch of different ones, but those are 2 sets of 3 non-collinear points. And the next example, what is the intersection of JF and HG? JF, JF, and HG. All right, the intersection is just the one point, J. Okay, done with that one. All right, last example here. Make a sketch of the description given. There are many different ways to make a correct sketch. 3 lines intersecting at the same point. All right. We'll call this line K. Call this line M. We'll call this line L. And they intersect at point, we'll call that A. All right. I could have just as well put points on here. All right, instead of just naming the lines using 1 letter, I could name the lines using 2 points. All right, your choice, though. All right, for part B, 2 lines that do not intersect, in other words, 2 parallel lines. Okay. So instead of using K and M, I'll just name these lines using 2 points, A and B. And I'll name this line using C and D. And then what do you put on the lines to show that they're parallel? Use arrowheads. All right, and that's it for this lesson. If you have any questions, make sure to ask for help. Begin the assignment.